They call it it's DEUX.
I'm not familiar with this
Machina.
term.
I don't know how to pronounce it, but yeah, basically it's just like they can't be destroyed. Like they're gonna win. And,
I still
Machina? Is it Do Ex Machina or some shit like that? I need to look.
Wasn't there a movie recently?
No, there was that. What are you talking about with the
female robot?
hot cyborg chick?
The Sexbots?
Yeah, the AI stuff.
What was that? That was Ex Machina.
Ex Machina, yeah. That was a great fucking movie.
It was alright.
Yeah.
Once you caught on that there were sex robots, it kind of felt weird.
She was still hot.
She was a robot, bro. Robots have feelings.
And so do I. Hey! Welcome to another installment of Two Dudes in the Micro-Sodes.
Two Dudes in the Micro-Sodes.
Yeah, it's been a week since you saw us last, and boy, are we having a blast just hanging out in the garage.
Having a blast.
Yeah. Last time we got together, we tried to brew.
Yep.
Since then, we have five more brews to test, and you got it, yeah. You're good.
Hey,
I remember you
I finally got past 3.
Yes, yeah, it must be your birthday.
Remembering the 4 is the hard part.
You're right.
Yeah.
You got because there's a U in 4,
because there's no curvies.
That's a good point. Unless you're writing it in cursive, but we're not gonna go there.
No, we're not gonna get that deep into it.
That's insane. You're scaring me right now. Yeah, I'm your pal Kurt Doder.
Kurt Doder.
Yeah,
and Randy Dunkel over here.
Yeah, we're just hanging out in the garage, and we're gonna have some brews.
We're just drinking brews. What we're doing? We're hanging out.
So what are we gonna go with? Count from 1 to 5. You can count to 5 now.
I can count to 5 now.
Choose one of those.
I'm just gonna pull a random number out of my hand.
3! Oh!
3 is the number.
Oh, I thought you would never do that. What does that mean? We go. This is number 3. Yeah.
The family beer. This one would be good. This one looks like it'd be nice to tell the kids to brush your teeth for having a beer.
It was brewed in Bavaria.
Ooh.
The Erdinger Oktoberfest. Let me tell you, I love their Dunkel. Is that Randy Dunkel? So your last name? It's obviously a Bavarian name.
Sure it is.
And but you got into auto sales.
Don't be. It's more of the Pittsburgh Dunkels.
The Pittsburgh Dunkel. Okay. So you're more of the offshoot of the the Pennsylvania Dutch.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay. Beautiful. If you look at this label here, you obviously got a small young man. A woman who's very well endowed. They actually shaded her upper bust quite well.
There are 2 half hooters there. That makes 1 hooter.
Let's see how many hooters you can see in this label here.
Count those hooters.
1, 2. I love it. Brewed in Bavaria, Germany. And without further ado, why don't you pop that brew? And be careful, like last week, it'll probably foam everywhere. Because that tends to happen out here. Things get a little foamy. What do we got?
Not as poppy.
Woo!
Definitely not as poppy.
All right.
All right, let's check the color. Oh, it's golden.
Ooh, it's golden
like the golden showers of Capistrano.
You damn right. It looks like the wheat fields after I've taken a shit.
Taking a shit in the wheat fields.
It's got a...
it almost has a fruitiness to it, too.
Yeah, it's not as clear as last week's brew.
No, it's
got a little more haze to it.
A little more haze. The bubbling is a little bit smaller and more refined.
It does have a nice one-finger freaking head to it.
The head is dissipating rather quickly.
And I think it's time to try
those brews.
That brew.
It's very similar to the last one.
Yeah, it's less sweet.
Less sweet.
It's got more of a snooty
It's got
Bavarian.
It's got a little more of
Belgian.
a raw edge to the end of it.
Yeah, it's like what would I consider if the last one was the
juicy fruit?
This is more of like
double mint.
Yeah, there you go. Both my favorite gums.
They are good gums.
Yeah, they're good.
Although I had some juicy fruit the other day for the first time in years, and I do not remember the texture being so loose.
Oh, it didn't gum up like you did.
No, it was like real soft.
I don't like that. No, I don't like a melty, fall apart gum. That pisses me off. Only thing worse than that is if you've ever tried to gum from like the old baseball cards, 30 years later.
Yeah.
It just turns to dust.
Yeah.
and you're like, did I get cancer? You know, I
It
don't
tastes like cancer.
Yeah, but then you still try to chew it,
Of course, because we're stubborn as shit.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna waste it. You know, I done opened up that 30-year-old fucking card.
You damn right.
So, Oktoberfest, I love a good Oktoberfest.
Oh, yeah.
But my favorite has been the Sam Adams. In terms of just buy a bunch of them, drink them like a regular domestic.
Mm-hmm.
I think Sam Adams does it very well. I've had other ones that are whatever, but I would, if you were to give me the Pepsi Challenge, Pepsi Taste Test on this one, I would never assume that this was a freaking Oktoberfest. It doesn't taste like an Oktoberfest.
I think I smell a feature coming in the future.
A blind taste
Blind
test.
taste test.
I would love to try
Taste.
that.
Can you find the premium?
Oh, dude. And yeah, but you know, you would always be all over the hams. You're just like, is this the greatest beer ever made? What is it? And I'm like, it's hams, bro.
Fuck you, dude.
Hey, Randy, come back.
Those are fighting words, bro.
We'll come back. We'll make sure it's a Stroh's.
I don't know why everyone out here keeps thinking that I love hams. I think you mistook me one time at a party when I told you I love ham.
It must be, because I always make sure that's at least a 6-pack of hams here when you show up.
Well, that was a waste of your dollar.
$2.50.
$2, $2.50.
You gotta respect the brew that you can get for less than $3 for a 6-pack. And it at least goes well in a beer mosa. Can you at least admit that?
I'll admit that. I mean, I'm not knocking it. It's just I'm not going to go out of my way to buy it.
No.
I will spend the extra couple dollars to get a good beer.
And what would you consider a good beer?
Goddamn Miller High Life.
You goddamn right. Hey, speaking of which, I freaking went and had a Miller Lite tonight on draft.
I had a Miller Lite on draft, not last night, night before.
Okay, all right. And then I thought to myself, do they ever have Miller High Life on draft?
Not around here.
Because I don't know if I would want that. I kind of like the fact it comes out of a bottle or can. I'm kind of scared to get it out of a freaking...
I would love to find a place that has High Life on tap just to try it.
I would be willing to try it, yeah. And this Miller Lite on tap was kind of like whatever. I felt like they watered it.
We should do a road trip sometime, just like around the local area, and just like go to various bars and just ask if they have High Life, and they say no, we just leave.
Just leave.
You just film each interaction until we find one that has a High Life, and then order one and sit down and drink it.
All right, I'm game. I'm thinking that that'd be a good thing to do, maybe in March. So before we get too far out of here, what are we gonna rate this sumbitch?
The Erdinger?
Erdinger freaking Oktoberfest.
Well, it was I could liken it very much to the first one, the triple Carmelite.
Yep, right.
And I would give it a good 4 1/4, 4 1/2.
I'm gonna stick with you. I think I might go 4 1/2 with this one. Because I kind of like the extra bubbles and the clearness of the triple.
The extra smoothness of the triple was nice.
Yeah, it's like they just refiltered out this Erdinger. But all in all, I like them both. I will purchase one or the other again.
I would drink. Oh, let's do some research to see what's the alcohol volume. Ooh, 5.7.
There we go. Right away. 5.7 for the Erdinger. It was what? 7,
8 something. 8.4.
Okay, so if you want to get drunk as a freaking fudge, you're gonna get your triple Carmelier. If you want a similar flavor with a more of a robust body, go with the Erdinger freaking Weissbier Oktoberfest and look at some titties. And with that said, I'm Josh Froman.
I'm Harlow Santana.
And this has been another DTB Micro-Sode.
Micro-Sode, brother.